guys get set to match up between the Chicago. The wait is finally over. And we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is play on Thursday night. But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises.
Slip across the 35. Kickers have a first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete.
Let's go, baby.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. The first carry for a former member of the Fighting Irish, Dexter Williams. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. On the delay, Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Past the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 41 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
I think they're going to have to make some decisions here. That's his second fumble here in the first quarter. And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him? Or are you going to have to make a change and maybe go to someone else?
Here's Jones. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 21-0 our score after 1. They come out here in the I. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. Well, to me, that's taking a down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. Well, I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Rodgers now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys continue to pour it on. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Crosby with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Trubisky will throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Preston Smith bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. Of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Dean Lowry in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Throwing on second and long. Trubisky, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. On first down, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In the early window, lots of good matchups to choose from. We'll highlight the game in Detroit, a big one for the Lions, as they'll get set to tangle with the Minnesota Vikings. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the New York Jets. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Monday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the shotgun is Trubisky, and he's got Miller. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Play action. Now Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback.
And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. That is caught by Cohen. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to pour it on. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky, and that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force.
Oh, the Bears break through, and they block it. And they'll wind up taking over in their own territory inside the 35-yard line. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you. In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, he's got the hook up to Miller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. That a 92-yard kick return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears set to begin their next drive. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And some room to work. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Throwing here, Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trubisky to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Zadarius Smith in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.